Hello! Welcome to my watch list video. This is for July 1st, tomorrow. So, whoops. Alright, well, my watch list is, so, 5-star name in my opinion. I think it looks pretty good. We have a clear linear move up here. You know, from this bottom, this thing went up 175%. Pulled into the 10, broke out. Now we're pulled into the 10 again. Hit off the 20 pretty much right here. Very tight candle, low volume, higher lows, lower highs. You know, I think if it can get above this 40-20 level, I think it has a room for, you know, maybe $45-50. So we'll see what happens with this. A lot of the other nuclear names are also kind of tightening up. You have Oklo and then NNE. I also noticed it's pretty tight right here on the 20. SMR though, I think this is the leader. I think this has the best setup, and I pretty much only trade off of the setup. So in this theme, I think this is the best chart, and I think this one is pretty good. And so I would trade this for sure. Then I have Lays. You know, not that great of a candle today. Closed pretty weak. You know, if it goes down below, I'll just take it off my watch list. But if it, like, you know, maybe pulls a reversal, goes back over 413, I think this is it's a decent setup to long. The volume's pretty dead. I tried to buy it this day, got stopped out yesterday, and then today I put in another inside candle, pretty much right on that 10 moving average, and I think the risk reward is decent if it can get back above that high, and I would also trade that. RDW, I'm already long this. My stop is today's low. If it can get above today's high, I'd actually add into it. I'd double up my position. Close below the 20, but it's just forming these higher lows and these lower highs. It's got like a nice little flag. This was a pretty nice linear move up. It was like, you know, 55% in 5 sessions. And the theme is pretty good. You have ASDS, which is actually pulling back and going sideways. Rocket Lab, which has been making a move up and kind of just chilling. If this doesn't go below yesterday's or today's low, then and it goes above today's high, I would definitely be open into doubling my position. And if it goes below today's low, well, then I'll just exit for a small loss. Coin, maybe I would add into this position. So we just had an inside candle. You just kind of have this 4-day pivot, just sideways action. The hourly chart looks decent here. Higher lows, lower highs. Maybe pushes back above this level. You can see, I mean, this is a pretty clean level right here. You know, 30-minute too, clean level. Maybe I would buy a small position and try to, like, yeah, see if maybe add into it. Maybe you get a move to like 430. Maybe you get a move to like 400. Seems reasonable. It could be fuel for like a move to all-time highs, which is for this level right here on this chart. Trading huge volume. Like if you go to the relative volume, like it's just pretty much double volume like every day until now. It's pretty dried up. So I think the risk to reward is decent. Maybe I would try it. It's already got momentum. Clean linear move up. Just a nice small little flag. Ideally, I'm looking for a gap down and then like a UNR of this 347.50 level, and I'll buy it. I'll buy a position maybe through the low or this high right here. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but this isn't a bad one. Not my main watch, but you know, it's on the watch. AMPX, I don't really plan on trading this, but you had a nice linear move up, super clean. You know, made a 60% move in about 7 sessions above these highs now. And you had an inside candle on low volume. I think it's okay. It's decent. Yeah, I think it's decent. I prefer it like pull back and go more sideways. I'm not going to trade it if it breaks out of this level right here, but I'm definitely watching it and stalking it. SFRM, pretty simple concept with this one. As long as it doesn't gap up above this high, you just buy it through the 394 level, and just see what happens with this. Probably wouldn't trade this one, but just want to have this. Just want to watch this one. So pretty much what I'm watching. My trades today, pretty not great. 6:30. So I bought NBIS on the 1 minute opening range highs. This actually closed pretty strong. So I bought it. I mean, the stop was really tight. I bought it right up here and then just instantly faded as soon as the minute after I bought it. But the stop was really tight. It was a 2.5% stop on an 8 ADR. That's pretty good numbers. ONDS along this is gapping up this morning. Had no news. I was kind of hoping it had news or something, a reason to go higher. It ended up just completely fading. But I think, you know, the breakout level of this 205 spot, I bought it through that level. I bought this on the 1 minute opening range high. So as soon as it took out this level, it was working up for a little bit. I was up a couple $100, I think, and then just faded lower and stopped me out. Not a bad trade. I'd probably take that again. So not bad. NBIS not bad. ONDS not bad. INOD also bought this on 1 minute opening range highs. This also ended up closing really well. This thing is like choppy and it's not that good. It kind of had a decent move back here, but it's so mid. I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest. It's just, it feels choppy, and I actually FOMO'd into that one, so not that great of a trade. However, the risk reward was there, 2.85% stop on a 9 ADR, so the risk reward is there. UMAC, one of my pretty much my only working trade so far. I actually missed the entry on this, which sucks. I got a 6% stop. You can see I entered up here. The entry was right here at 809. Now a 6% stop on a 16 ADR still makes tons of sense, but with the correct entry it would have been more like a 1% stop, and I'd be up, you know, like 6R. And it ended up fading right back down and then, you know, held the low and came right back up. So yeah, my average sucks. And this was actually 5-star. I just missed this one. I gotta like pay more attention. Missed proper entry. Gotta be smarter on that. PRCH, I liked this one. Just a simple, like, it had a linear move right here, and then also earnings has good earnings as well. Inside candle, pretty much at highs. Obviously, it traded more volume. I just bought it through this 1210 level, which was this high right here, and it ended up just stopping me out and fading me. I bought it today, Monday. Yeah, so I bought it right here when the volume came in, and it went higher and then just ended up grinding lower and stopping me out. So that sucked. But maybe if it pulls back and sets up a little bit more, I'll rebuy it. And then HSAI, only other trade that stuck today. Still I'm down in it. It's actually still declining in volume. I bought it through the high of the inside candle, but it had another thin day today. So I think it looks good for tomorrow, to be honest. If it can push through this high and then maybe eventually push through this 24 level, it looks decent. So holding it. If it takes out yesterday's low, though, I'm out of that. So that's pretty much what I'm in, what I'm watching. SMR is my top name. You have Lays, RDW, maybe Coin. But yeah, trading, I'm still trading small. I'm not really getting traction. I'm trading pretty bad, I think, lately. I've been stopped out of like my last 10 trades. So haven't been trading that good. We are up, 29% from the last correction. The only time comparable to this would be coming out of this November of 2023, where the market rallied about 31% before correcting. So I think long term I'm still bullish. I do think you're getting to a point. This is one of the fastest rallies in history back to all-time highs. I think you are due for a correction. On top of, I'm not getting traction, so I don't really know how to feel about that. To be honest, I'm still buying stocks because the moving averages are up. We keep going higher, but like you can tell. Like the participation in the Nasdaq, I think only like 36% of stocks are above their 200. I mean, the QQQ is up, 0.6% today. Mid caps are down today, right? That pretty much tells you about like the participation. Like it's mega cap pushing us up, or like hood. It's not a broad rally by any means. If you're in stocks, it's easy. If you're not in stocks, pretty difficult, in my opinion, to get repositioned and get your money to work. I think I still have a good amount of cash, but yeah. So again, not a very broad-based rally right now, pretty thin. I mean, look, IWM closed red today. This thing's struggling at this 200 level. QQQ, I mean, this is at new all-time highs. The IWM not even back at November 6 levels. So that kind of like tells you the story. So it's a pain in the ass to get positioned. And even in some of those mega caps, like I bought Hood on June 2nd. It stopped me out and then closed back at the high of the day. Ripped ever since. Never gave me a point to re-enter. So even these mega cap stocks have been a pain in the ass, to be honest. Market's up, Tesla down. Had this great fake breakout and then just got slammed. Yeah, I can't seem to get my footing in the right names right now, so I'm taking it small. It's I'm not gonna like be stupid and chop my account up. Like the money I did make this rally, I'm at least gonna try to keep it, and then I can compound from there once we get a reset or once like my breakouts start working again. I'm gonna be able to compound the money I have made, but it would be stupid to like obviously you see some stocks are working and like others aren't, but like if you're not in the right stocks, then why would it make sense to start sizing up and like obviously in my like part of me in my head is like risk 1% or like start sizing up again so you can make the money back. But if I'm not trading well on quarter size, how like why would sizing up make that even better? It's just going to evaporate my gains, especially if I can't get traction. So stocks are volatile. I'm not going to size up until I feel confident again in sizing up. I bought MSTR Friday, stopped me out at the end of the day, gaps up today, closes higher. So that's kind of been my experience. I mean, I see long setups, and I do think we go higher, but in terms of like my individual buys, they're not that good right now. So I'm gonna continue to play small until I'm feeling confident enough to size up and start trying to push the gas again. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just don't want to do anything stupid. Don't want to give back too many gains. Um, Again, either the market's hard or you're trading bad. Like, there's only two reasons why your portfolio is going down. The market's not good. It's an unfavorable environment. Because the setup. Like, you didn't forget how to trade setups. If you made money before, you can make money again. But if you're not making money, the market's either bad or you're seeing the market wrong. One of those two. Either way, sizing up does not fix either of those problems. It only exacerbates the problem. So, clearly, the market, it seems good. Overall participation isn't that great. I'm going to say I'm not trading that well. And if I'm not trading well, why would I size up? So I'm going to wait to size up. I'm going to wait till I'm seeing things clearly. I'm hitting my shots. And I'm making money. And I was making money. And I broke a bunch of rules Friday. And I stopped out a bunch of stuff. And lost a bunch of money that I should not have lost. But it happened. I can't really go back and change it. I can only move forward. Second half of this year starts tomorrow. So I got to lock in and end this year very strong, which is I'm hoping to do. That's what I'm watching for tomorrow. That's where my thoughts are at. And thanks for guys for watching.